more irresponsible behavior by the Premier of Alberta, who refused to recognize the threat posed by climate change.
Canada's Environment Minister neither impressed nor swayed by Alberta's Sovereignty Act threat. Danielle Smith announced several new measures Tuesday afternoon as part of the province's Scrap the Cap Fight Back strategy. Among them, Alberta wants to force oil and gas companies to report greenhouse gas emissions to Edmonton instead of Ottawa, but experts say that appears to violate the Canadian Environmental Protection Act, which could lead to fines and even jail time in extreme cases.
If companies stop reporting to the federal government, they would be in violation of federal laws, something I certainly wouldn't advise to any large companies, especially oil and gas companies.
But Smith argues companies will not be breaking the law because Alberta will report the data on their behalf.
The companies should look at this and thank us for being willing to protect them from federal government overreach. They should be thankful that what we're trying to do is expand our production, out of which they will be a partner and beneficiary.
City News asked the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, or CAP, if their members plan to stop reporting to Ottawa, but a spokesperson would only say they'll engage in consultations. The NDP, meanwhile, says this fight is not what oil and gas companies want.
This is a huge, giant foot into business. And for a government that claims to be pro-free enterprise and pro-energy, they basically don't trust the energy industry to run their own affairs. And to me, that's shocking. And I think people in the industry feel the same way.
This U of A professor in law and economics believes Alberta is swaying outside of its jurisdiction in many ways with its Scrap the Cap plan and is likely to lose in court.
It's not the provincial government that's responsible for emissions reporting. It's the companies, and by extension, the directors and officers of those companies. And so the provincial government can't tell them not to do that and can't really protect them from those obligations.
The UCP is expected to put their Sovereignty Act motion on the floor here at the legislature on Monday. So what happens if oil and gas companies ignore them and continue reporting greenhouse gas data to Ottawa? Well, Alberta's Environment Minister would not say. From the legislature, Amato, City News.